like we got the countdown going and audio is working this time. So unfortunately, a couple minutes ago I went on a little bike ride and I didn't have my fucking mic all the way plugged in, so all the audio got wiped. So here we go, round two, I guess. Today's video, we are gonna go over how to ride a motorcycle, exactly what the fuck it takes to get on this guy and get going. So let's do a quick walk around. This guy right here, as you can see right there, that's our shift lever. So it shifts between all the gears. You got your handlebars, turn signal left, right, horn, hazard button. This right here is your clutch lever, so this is going to be what you're going to be using to shift with. Move on to the right side of the bike. Let me just take a little quick trip around for you. You have your front lever brake right here. That's for your front brake. This guy down here, that's for your rear brake. It's a little wobbly. I need to tighten it up. There's a little nut back there, but that's alright. It'll do for now. We're just going to do a quick little trip around the block and teach you guys a little something about riding. So let me hop up here. Alright, so first thing you want to do, as you see I'm in neutral, I can wiggle my bike. We're going to shift down into first gear. So let me come here, shift down into first. And to get going, I'm a little bit on a hill here, but this doesn't matter. You let out your clutch very slowly until you see your bike creeping, and you just go with it. You just keep on keeping on, just like that. And then in order to stop, we'll go do it at the stop sign up here. I got something in my eye, guys, my bad. Something in my eye. Alright, let me put this back down. My little sun visor here. So this will be a quick little video, nothing too crazy. So coming to a stop, pull your clutch lever in, apply brake slowly, and hit there. So anytime you brake, you want to use progressive braking. So don't squeeze it like this. See me yanking on it, you're going to fuck yourself up. Grab it, go ahead and slowly apply pressure until you stop. Same thing with the rear brake. You don't want to lock up any of your brakes. Alright, so here we are at a complete stop. We're going to just go. I'm going to show you guys that you don't need gas in order to manipulate your clutch. So slowly let out your clutch. You can see my bike starting to inch forward ever so slightly. Just keep on letting it out. Keep on letting it out. And then ta-da, eventually you're on the roll. Once you get about 3, 4, 5 miles an hour, you could let go of the clutch completely. And now you could use your hand to add a little bit of throttle. Some people, let me close that up. Some people prefer to give it a little gas while you're going. That's what they'll tell you. Just let out the clutch and add a little gas. But on 90% of bikes, even the small bikes, this is a 600cc, but even on the small bikes, you don't necessarily need, sorry, I got the hiccups, guys. You don't necessarily need to apply gas to get the bike going. As you saw there, you could get the bike going completely 100% with no throttle. I could do it again here for you. You just slowly let out. Bike starts inching forward, and you just take off, just like that. And now you add a little bit of throttle into it, let out your clutch all the way, and you're good to go. Now, it does make it a little bit smoother whenever you do add a little bit of throttle, but I always recommend not adding throttle at first, just kind of creeping forward, doing a little tug back, and that way you get a feel for how your clutch lever feels, because that's going to make all the difference in the world for you. Because you don't want to whiskey throttle it or anything crazy, loop out your bike, or do a burnout, drop it, get panicked. Don't ever just squeeze the shit out of it. As you see, just progressively squeeze it and you're down. So I always liked to, when I first started riding, what I would do is I'd sit like this, and I'd creep forward and pull the clutch lever in. Creep forward, pull the clutch lever in. Creep forward, pull the clutch lever in. So that allows you to actually learn the feel of the bike. So, here, I'm flipping this up, it's getting hot. So that lets you actually get used to how your clutch lever works, where your trigger point inside the clutch is, you know what I mean? So it's very useful to just do that little practice maneuver, get used to your clutch. And yeah, another thing is, since we're right here going real slow, at these slow speeds, anything from, I'm a little too fast for it now, but let's see if I can slow down. No cars behind me. So you get down into the 10 mile an hour range, right? Let's shift down into first. We're at 10 miles an hour. you turn the handlebars on which way you want to go. Right, left, left. You turn the way you go. Now, this doesn't always apply for your bike, especially once you get going up to speed. Once you get going up to speed, anything past 10, 15 miles an hour, you're no longer going to turn the way that you want to turn your handlebars. So like as you see right here, it's turning this way. Let me go ahead and speed up a little bit, shift into second. And now once you're going about 20 miles an hour, this is where counter steering comes into play. You may have heard of it. So counter steering is exactly as it sounds. It's a counter steer, so it's counter opposite of where you're pointing. So a good way to show this is we're cruising. Let's say I want to go to the left. I push my handlebars to the left, which is really turning it to the right, and that allows the bike to go to your left. See, I just pressed there, and then see how it dipped over to the side? Dip, and same thing to the right. If I press, dip, and it dips off to the right. That's called counter steering, and it's really fundamental to get a learn on that, because the bike after 15 miles an hour is going to turn off the counter steering. It's not going to turn off turning your handlebars like in a slow maneuvering situation. While you're going slow, yes, it's 100% correct that you have to turn the handlebars in the way you want to go. But while you're moving nice and slow and cruising around under 10 miles an hour in a parking lot or whatever, you have to actually turn the handlebars. But once you start speeding up, it's all about the counter steer. So push left, goes left, push right, goes right, or you could pull left too. If you pull left, it goes right. If you pull on the right hand, it goes left. So I always like to push to go to which way I'm going. I don't necessarily pull, but that's just a personal preference. You could pull if you want to go right, pull left. If you want to go right or left, pull right, and vice versa. But I like to push, it just makes it a little easier. You want to go left, you push right. You want to go right, you push right, just like that. And then that gets you going. As you can see, get the weeble wobbles, weeble wobble, weeble wobble. Warm up the tires nice and good. And then, yeah, that's basically the fundamentals. That little bit. Now, it's always nice to, like I said, do that little clutch practice. Sit there, feather the clutch, get used to how your clutch operates. And then, also with your braking, like I said, just do progressive braking. Make sure you're smart about how you brake and stuff, because that does change everything. Sorry, I had to do a quick little pull there. Got a little excited, got a little carried away. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. Also, leaning. So when you turn to your left, don't lean your body to the right. Just like when you turn to the right, don't lean your body to the left, because that's going to make a total difference on how you ride. So like if I get up to speed here and I take my hands off, if I lean to my left, the bike goes left. I lean to my right, the bike goes right. And then you go left. So your body position matters a lot as well. So make sure you go ahead and keep your body position nice and in line and vertical with your bike, just dead center. And when you lean with the bike. Lean with the bike. And then that'll make your turning real nice. That way you're not fighting anything that's happening, you know what I mean? Other than that, it's pretty simple. It's nothing crazy. It will feel very awkward at first, I promise you, every time. It's gonna feel awkward. It's totally different than driving a car. And if you've ever driven a manual car before, it's the same concept. You have a clutch, you have a brake, you have your gear shifter and all that stuff. The only difference is your clutch is with your foot and your shifter's with your hand. On a bike, those are flip-flopped. So now your shifter's on your foot and your clutch is in your hand. So that's the only difference that way. And that's the only big difference. I've got a big bump up here. Make sure I'm going slow because this bump's brutal. Oh, we got a train coming in. Whoop, whoop. I'm coming across. Train, don't get me. Don't get me, train, don't get me. So, yeah, that's the basic fundamentals of riding. They're really simple. It's going to take a while to master. I've been riding for about 10 years now. So it will take some time to get used to and get comfortable with it, you know what I mean? So just take your time, be slow, and always respect the bike, especially if you're starting out on something kind of big. So this is 600cc Super Sport. It's a 2004 Gixxer 600. Not generally the bike I'd recommend starting on, just because the power on it's a little much. but I'm not saying it's not doable. I started on a 600cc, my first bike. This isn't my first bike, but I started on a 600. It's a 650 rather. It's a little bit different of a powertrain. The 650, it's a V-twin, and this is an inline 4, so the other bike was a little bit more torquey, but less than top end. Just as always, be respectful, be courteous to the power. Like, this thing is a machine and it will kill you. So always pay attention to what you're doing on it, you know? Another big factor, an important part of riding, is keeping an eye out on where you're going and what you're doing. So always keep an eye out in front of you, keep an eye out behind you. There's a car right here to my left behind me. And just always be checking the mirrors, sweeping back and forth, paying attention for people pulling out in front of you. And also make sure you pay attention for any cracks in the road. All this little cracks, I'm not sure how well it picks up on the camera, but there's little cracks, little deviations in the road, potholes and stuff like that. All that shit will fuck with you while you're riding. Every single little bit of it. If you fucking hit this crack, it'll pull you with the crack. If you hit a pothole, it could jostle your front end, make you lose control, you knock the front end out from underneath you, and a bunch of other shit. So just make sure that you're being very cognizant and aware of what you're doing and where you're going and how you're going and doing everything. Because otherwise you will fuck yourself up, and that's never good. So, and as always, as you can see, I'm wearing a helmet and I got gloves on. Make sure you're always wearing, at minimum, a helmet, gloves, and some sort of boots. Just because asphalt, when you fall down, it's a cheese shredder, bro, and you are the cheese. It will fuck you up so bad, and it's not bueno. So, as I always say, dress for the slide, not the ride. Yeah, I know you want to look cool with your hat on, and sunglasses, and no helmet, and no gloves. Maybe in a tank top, showing off your tattoos and muscles and shit. But genuinely, that's not a good idea. Just because if you do happen to ever go down, which it's always a matter of if, not when. I mean, some people never go down. I'm lucky for them. I've never gone down so far. But it's a matter of time. There's not always things in your control. I know some people are always like, hey, I'm in control of the bike. I don't ride like a dickhead, and I'm always paying good attention. Well, that's good. That's good on you and me too. But you got dickheads that are on their phone, eating a sandwich, drinking their fucking Starbucks, and these people aren't watching out for you. And they might merge into you and you didn't do anything wrong. Or like right now, I go 50 miles an hour, let's say this dickhead wants to pull out in front of me, and I don't give myself enough stopping distance, and maybe there's a car on my left, I can't swerve out the way. Shit happens, so just always be cognizant, paying attention to what you're doing, because these things are inherently way more dangerous than a car. Inherently, it's just how it goes, you know? So, yeah, nothing crazy. I just wanted to do a quick little video to give you guys a good little update, how do you ride, when to ride, how to use the clutch, stuff like that. And if you guys want more in-depth and detailed video about all this, just let me know in the comments, questions, and stuff like that, and I'll answer as best I can. I might make another video for you. Riding motorcycles is one of the funnest things on the planet for me. Nothing's better than being able to just sit out, have a good time, relax on your bike, and just fucking do what you want to do. It's nice and free. As you can see, I got air. I'm just chilling, cruising, having a good time. I can go fast if I want to. Most of the time I don't, not just because speeding tickets and stuff like that, but I'm generally a pretty slow guy. I mean, I do like to do some wheelies and stuff. I might do a couple here in a minute or try to get some going for you, at least one. So yeah, that's just a quick little update and teaching you guys how to ride. See, you always got to pay attention. You have shit like this happen. These guys just fucking slow down out of nowhere. Got some construction. That's not that big an issue, but we'll go this way. I don't want to deal with the main road, so let's go off to the side roads. Let's go see what's happening over here. So yeah, just that's about all I could really think of as in terms of how to ride a motorcycle and give you good advice. Make sure, as I was saying, when you do apply brakes, make sure you're doing progressive braking. You're just very slow on your brakes. Never stomp on them. Just like you never romp on the gas. So like in this turn, if you fucking pinned it right now, the back end would slide out from you. Same thing as if you slam on your brakes. So let's say you come around that corner and you fucking slam all hard on your brake, like super hard. With your rear brake, you're going to slide out from your ass end. It's going to lock up, and you're not going to have a good time. Same thing with the front brake. The front brake's even worse. The front brake is what causes a lot of wrecks on motorcycles because people don't use it properly. Your front brake has the most stopping power. It will get you to stop completely 100% of the time really quickly. But that also being said, it's also the more dangerous of the two because if you lock up your front brake, typically what happens, especially if you have your hands really heavy on the motorcycle, like on this bike, you're supposed to grab with your thighs, keep your core tight, and your hands are supposed to just rest on the handlebars. They're not supposed to be pushing very hard on the handlebars. So like if you're sitting there and you have your hands on the bike really hard and you fucking squeeze the front brake, a lot of the time what can happen, and you'll hear about it, is people low side. So their front wheel chooses to go a direction one way or another, and it kind of countersteers as you see it drops. And since it does that, when you slam on your front brake, it yanks the wheel one way or another, and then you end up dropping the bike down. And that's a lot of the time how people wreck using the front brake. They just slam on the brake too hard. So it's very, very important. I mean, you could slam on the rear brake and slide out a little bit, and it gets wiggly, and sometimes it's fun. I like to do it sometimes. But on the front brake, always be extra cautious, very, very cautious, because if you do slam on the front brake, it's going to lead to a horrible, horrible time. You're going to fuck up yourself, and you're going to fuck up your bike. And if you do that, no more riding. And we all want to go riding, so make sure you don't do that. You know what I mean? So just make sure you're cognizant and aware of what you're doing on the bike at all times. Like I said, it is a machine that's trying to kill you. It's inherently no safe. If you don't got no fucking seatbelt on, you don't got nothing like that, no airbags, so like, it's gonna be a bad time if you go down, pretty much always. So I just wanted to go through and give you guys this update. Like I said, I don't want to make the video too long because unfortunately I got stuff I got to do. That's why I'm just bebopping around town right now. And yeah, nothing crazy. Like I said, if you guys have any more questions or anything like that on how to ride it, any more tips, let me know. If you do have